Hi, I'm Griffin Hammond. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I am the global brand ambassador for the Panasonic GH5. What's so interesting about this career field, filmmaking, is you can go very quickly from a hobby to making this into a career. I mean, camera technology and techniques are something that you can learn pretty quickly and become an expert. So I went from 2010 buying a Panasonic GH1 to 7 years later practicing with these cameras. Now I'm the brand ambassador for the GH5. It's really exciting, but I also think that a lot of people can do that kind of thing. You can learn these skills through tutorial videos, you can go to workshops, and you can become very competent very quickly in this field. In 2013, I decided I wanted to make a documentary about hot sauce, about sriracha, my favorite hot sauce. And I knew that if I was going to make a documentary, I would have to always persist. Even if people said no, I would have to keep going. And so I announced this film to the world that I wanted to make it, and that forced me to finish it. I told people I was going to do it. So the first thing that happened was I asked David Tran, the star of the film, if he wanted to be in this film, and he said no. And I realized this is the first test. I have to figure out how I'm going to still make the film. So I went back to him and I explained that I'm going to make this film regardless, and I really care about this topic. I think you have an amazing story. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not a big crew. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time and space. And that started a conversation, and he was willing eventually to let me come shoot the film. So I think if you're going to make a passion project, you have to be passionate about it and make it, complete it no matter what. I've learned that I'm naive about my career. I don't know what career opportunities are available to me, and I never know which video I've made will lead to something. So I've just decided as a filmmaker, I need to make a lot of work, because even something that I think is great, maybe no one will care. But something I make that's kind of silly or just for teaching, a lot of videos that I did not expect to lead to work have. I made a video where I was rapping as Mitt Romney, a guy who was running for president. And that is a video that got me a job working at Bloomberg News. So you never know what in your catalog of videos is going to lead to something.
To fix this economy, I think the kids will agree we need a...
So I spent the last 2 years covering the US presidential election. I was on the campaign trail following every candidate who was running for president. Well, I'm a big fan of the Panasonic GH5 because it's a lightweight camera. I'm able to carry 2 camera bodies and 6 lenses in one backpack. And I've found that my value as a filmmaker is that I can show up myself without a huge amount of equipment. I can be lightweight. I can be relatively unobtrusive. Well, I was really fortunate that Panasonic allowed me to shoot the first documentary with the GH5, and they let me shoot anything I wanted with the camera. So I decided to make a film about ice in cocktails, just because I was very curious. In New York, they make these beautiful, perfectly clear ice blocks that they put in drinks, and I wanted to know where that comes from. So I followed around some bartenders and a guy who makes the big blocks of ice, just to kind of understand that story. This is my first time in Australia. I did get in a little bit of trouble here. I tried to fly it at the Domain, and a police officer told me not to. But generally, there are some places I can fly it here, so I've been practicing and trying to get some good shots. I think it's beautiful. Sydney is a beautiful city, and the weather is perfect. I like being here in the winter. It's a lot easier than New York winters. It's a place I have to come back.